Hey everyone, and welcome to EcoPsych EXP, where we take a stroll through the forest of eco-psychological themes in video games. My name is Casey, and I'm a doctoral candidate at Veritas Graduate Institute. Thanks so much for joining me. My core message is that video games can and do foster empathy and combat apathy and doomism. I love video games, and I see them as a force for so much good, and I hope that this always comes through in my videos. Today I'm going to be sharing an interview with the Phoenix, Arizona-based Waycall Studios as we talk about their game Princess of World's End, which is planned for release on March 28, 2026. A demo is currently available on Steam. I connected with Waycall Studios as an official creator for the inaugural Choose Wisely Festival, celebrating narrative games hosted by Studio FUA. This is a one-week free digital event where you can find a curated selection of discounted classics, upcoming demos, and new trailer releases. There are over 390 games from 250 top indie developers and publishers represented, so be sure to check out the event Steam page. Anyways, play as Princess, voiced by Shadow Gaming VA, a high-maintenance 21-year-old girl who earned the nickname through her bratty behavior. After running away from home at 16, she worked dead-end job after dead-end job in order to survive and manage her addiction to a pain pill called Num-X. The story begins with her waking up in a forest late at night during a rainstorm after getting knocked unconscious and robbed of all her belongings. Through a strange series of events, she unlocks a new power that will change her life forever. You will help guide Princess to get her life together, manage her relationships, and most importantly, prevent the end of the world. I first asked them, for anyone meeting Waycall Studios for the first time, what kind of emotional experience do you most hope players associate with your work? And where does Princess of World's End fit into that larger mission? Our goal is for players to experience new subject matter that isn't the focus of most games, and feel the wide range of emotions that makes us human. We want players to laugh during some moments and cry during others, and feel all the feelings in between. Princess of World's End fits into that mission because it takes on some very dark topics and forces the player to be uncomfortable at times, but also shows the development that you and the other characters have despite all these bad things happening, and has some genuinely funny and heartwarming moments. What first sparked the idea of Princess as a protagonist? Someone messy, guarded, brilliant, and hurting? And what did you want players to understand about her before they ever start trying to fix anything? The idea first came to me when I was traveling around some of the rougher areas in the eastern United States, which is where the game is set, and was partially inspired by some of the people I know who live there. Many of the issues that Princess deals with come from her upbringing in this area and are deeply rooted inside of her, so trying to fix her won't happen in just one day or a week. It is a long war with many battles you must win daily. You're tackling very serious topics like addiction and anxiety alongside fantastical monsters and magic. How did you approach writing those struggles with care? And what did you want to avoid in terms of stigma or oversimplification? Although the story is most certainly fantasy and is not meant to be a realistic depiction of what it's like to go through these struggles, I still wanted to include them in the story to make the characters feel more human. To avoid stigmatizing or oversimplifying these struggles, I made sure to show that despite what each character is going through, that they have things and people that they truly care about, and are just normal people who want the most out of life at the end of the day. The game is set in 2004 and has a rave girl urban fantasy pulse. How did that era shape the story's atmosphere and themes, especially around identity, escapism, and survival? The setting helps bring the characters together as they enjoy going as a group to dance to EDM music at the clubs. The reason this setting and time was chosen was for two primary reasons. Firstly, it provides a context in which the characters will be more motivated to have face-to-face interactions in the absence of popular social media platforms and other technologies. Secondly, it was chosen because many of the issues that are discussed throughout the game were becoming well known during this period, most of which define character traits for Princess's character and adds to many of the plot points throughout the game. What kind of hope did you want to offer players who might see parts of themselves in Princess, especially people who felt trapped in cycles they didn't choose? I want players to see Princess as inspiration to never give up, even if so many things in your life are working against you. If you keep that mindset every day, no matter how many setbacks happen, and even if it's not obvious for long periods of time, you are making progress and moving towards the person you want to become and the life you want to live. A lot of narratives about addiction focus only on rock bottom.
Where am I? How did I even get into a situation like this? Wait, I remember now. It was those guys at the damn rock show last night. They must have laced this shit. I've never taken Numex and had side effects this severe.
Your premise also emphasizes relationships, choices, and the possibility of change. What helped you shape that balance between darkness and genuine tenderness? The thing that has helped me the most is knowing and interacting with people in real life who struggle with addiction. That helped me to learn about the complexity along with the highs and lows of living life with it.
I'm so sorry. You've been through so much. Losing someone to addiction isn't something I would wish on my worst enemy.
It is still the most difficult thing I have ever been through in my life. The past is the past, though. Nothing I can do to change it. What I can do is change the future.
The game sounds deeply relationship-driven, which is wonderful. Which relationship dynamics were the most challenging or most rewarding for you to write? Childhood reconnection with Jane, workplace intimacy with Cassandra or Xavier, strangers to something more, Felix, or mentorship with Kusanohime? It's hard to talk about this without spoiling things, but I would say that Kusanohime was the hardest character to write for in a romantic setting because they play such an important role in the plot. It was hard to balance developing Princess's relationship with them without over-focusing on the overarching plot in which their two paths cross, to focus on a greater goal. I would also classify it as the most rewarding because once you understand them more, it adds a lot of depth to the plot of the game.
Firstly, my name is Kusanohime. I'm the goddess of vegetation and am responsible for governing all life on Earth. Secondly, you have a lot to catch up on. I'm going to guide you to my sacred library to do so.
Kusanohime as a non-binary, gender-fluid mentor is such a meaningful presence. What were you most excited to express or explore with them? Kusanohime has many things that make them unique. Once again, I can only say so much because spoilers, but the most important thing I want to explore with their character is how you can be defined by more than just your gender. This is also emphasized in our new non-binary romantic interest, which is being added into the game via our Kickstarter campaign. What does saving the world mean in your story, beyond the literal fantasy stakes? Is it also about saving a relationship, a self, a future, or even a sense of permission to keep living? The metaphor I was going for was the ability to have hope once again. Saving the world means to make it through a long, dark period of life and not have it tear you down and break you, but instead create a stronger and better person.
I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Well, what are you waiting for? Come at me already!
Your inspirations include big, emotionally intense visual novels. What did you want to honor from that lineage, and what did you want to do differently to make your voice feel distinct? I really enjoy many Japanese-made visual novels who explore very emotional stories about finding the purpose of life within yourself. I wanted to do something similar, but have it set in a different part of the world with different lifestyles presented. I also wanted to emphasize more controversial topics that are tabooer in the Japanese culture, and therefore aren't usually included in games created there. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your process, intentions, or hopes for this game in the future? The floor is yours. This is my first major project outside of creating games for hobbies, and it's only the start. I want to make games that can have a positive impact on players, whether it be as simple as enjoying the game or having a deep emotional impact that helps them find fulfillment in life. I've had the good fortune of working with an amazing team of artists, voice actors, and an amazing marketing person who I could not be more thankful for. This game could not have become as great as it is without them, but this is only the start. I plan on creating many more games in the future and trying my best to improve with each one. I would again like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Anita and Studio FUA for doing such an incredible job with putting on Choose Wisely Festival. Through their efforts to highlight and platform so many incredible narrative indie games, I have had the great fortune of being able to connect with some truly wonderful devs and pick their brains about some very cool and innovative games. This was the first year for the festival, and I hope there are many more to come and wish the event nothing but continued success. The festival continues to run until December 15th, so please be sure to check out the event page on Steam and show your support and interest by wishlisting games that appeal to you. There are over 390 to choose from, so I'm sure you'll be able to find just the right thing for you. Be sure to choose wisely. Thank you Waycall Studios for reaching out and for participating in this interview. Your full game sounds awesome and I can't wait to play it on release. Again, a demo is currently available for download on Steam, so definitely check it out and give Princess of World's End a wishlist. Until we meet again, please feel so very free to like, subscribe, and share, and as always, thank you so much for being a part of this little ecosystem.